Should I start, sir?
Ah,
All
tell
right.
your name also.
All right, sir. A very good morning to one and all present here. Today, I, Vanshika Aman from LegalAdobe, welcome you all on the webinar on Survival of Young Lawyers in Today's Regime, which is being organized by LegalAdobe in collaboration with Law Shastra. Today's webinar is being organized under the guidance of Advocate Rohit Pandey. The speakers for today's webinar will be Advocate Pradeep Rai and Advocate Rohit Pandey, both of whom practice in the Supreme Court of India. The first speaker would be Advocate Pradeep Rai. Let's have a small introduction about Sir. Mr. Pradeep Rai is a senior advocate and vice president of the Supreme Court Bar Association. Mr. Rai is also the chairman of various subcommittees of the Supreme Court Bar Association, including its E-Committee. Mr. Rai has over 2 decades of experience at the bar in the Supreme Court of India, various high courts, commissions, regulatory bodies, and tribunals. He has experience in litigation across a wide spectrum of civil, criminal, revenue, and constitutional cases. Mr. Rai has represented the Union of India along with various states, including Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Bihar, and Andhra Pradesh in the past. He has represented various top corporate houses, celebrities, film stars, politicians, as well as chief ministers. Mr. Rai is also the chairman of India Legal Aid Center and the chairman of India Legal Research Foundation. He was the former vice chairman of National Anti-Doping Agency, which is the premier organization under Ministry of Youth and Affairs and Sports for promoting, coordinating, and monitoring doping control in all sports throughout India. We are delighted to have you amongst us today, sir. Now I would invite you to take over the platform and shed light on the issue.
Yes, so I'm really delighted to be part of it. This program is being organized by LegalAdobe, Shilpa Yadav, and other organization is. Your name is missing. Why you people don't write that name is I'm not able to find. Yes, LegalAdobe and Law Shastra. So we both are really, it's really a commendable step by both of you that you all have taken a lot of pain to highlight the problems of young lawyers, especially during the pandemic. You see, Silpa, when we started actually this virtual hearing concept, at that point of time, there was nobody who was even believing that there will be a time when there will be virtual hearing of the court, not only in India, but even abroad, in US Supreme Court or UK Supreme Court or different various district courts, even in the prison witness system, all those systems were not working at all. Because of the so-called pandemic, I don't believe that this was a pandemic, but this is my belief. I don't say that others should also believe me. But because of this extraordinary situation was created. And this extraordinary situation actually forced each one of us to adopt a new measure, to adopt a new kind of technique, and also to work something extra for the survival. Because it's not the problem of only young lawyer. Even affluent lawyers, rich lawyers, or somebody who was doing very well in the profession, even they were not able to do things properly as it was expected from them or as they were expecting for their future. Suppose the lawyer who was making 10 lakhs a month, he had loan of house, he had the car loan, and he was repaying it properly on time. But because of this pandemic, a situation was created where his income has gone down. So he actually was not able to pay this loans and all. Small loans and all, Supreme Court granted some exemption. They said that no, you can't charge interest, but what about the big loans? What about the loans of those lawyers or those citizens who were paying it regularly? Only because of this pandemic, because of loss of opportunity, they were not able to pay. So such situations were created. As far as younger generation is concerned, I always see them with a ray of hope. And I always deal with them as assuming that they are going to achieve something in near future. I never believe in the theory that there is a tough time for younger generation. It may be tough, it may be not very tough, it may be very good time, but whatever time is there, the younger generation has all the capabilities to utilize it. If they are not spoon-feeded, if they are not silver spoon child, then they will work more, they will work extra. Like we all have, like see Rohit Pandey, he is also from a background which is not a background of even close to Delhi. When they were studying, they would not have even imagined that they will come to Supreme Court and practice here. The same with me. When I was studying in our village schools, we had no idea that one day we will go to a city school or in a school where there will be a sitting arrangement given by the government properly. That was not even in our mind. And we never imagined that. Gradually, God was kind to us, and even the well-wishers and the best wishes of our elders and our villagers and our friends that brought us here in Delhi. Currently, whenever a youth member or a young lawyer who is coming here as for the internship and all, obviously during the internship, it was a tough time those days even to get the internship. Nowadays, we offer each and everyone, whoever wants that. For that purpose, I have made a special page on Supreme Court Bar Association website, in which any young lawyer can apply for the internship, for jobs and all. And we request our senior members and other members and some of the law firms from our side that yes, please accommodate these young boys. But because of pandemic, it was not done properly. And not only this, even if you think that what was the income of these top law firms and top lawyers, you just deduct the top 20 names of Supreme Court. When you deduct these top 20 names, then you will realize that rest of them were actually completely, they were suffering with some financial loss, or they were suffering to survive their offices. They were even having problem to pay the salary properly on time to their employees. And there was a huge pay cut, at least up to the 50% pay cut was there initially from all the TV channels, in all the newspapers, mostly in most of the law firms. Many lawyers lost the job. And at the same time, we can't say that this is your social responsibility to take them, because once you have taken someone, you can't throw them out, because there is no protection granted to those offices who have less than 10 employees. And lawyers are not employees, that also you know, we are professionals. So a professional actually polish themselves by these hardships. And in my opinion, when you suffer with any kind of hardship, you never lose your patience. When you lose your patience, at that point of time, you will actually enter into some act which will block your future, which will block your opportunities, which will block your other routes which are leading to success. Today's hardship may be tomorrow's success. The same situation, same circumstances may happen again. But because you have suffered at early age, that will give you a strength to bear it at later stage, and that bad time will be the good time for you. I always request the young lawyers to never give up the hope. You should be always carrying something with innate qualities, that you know that yes, one day I will achieve something. There is a very popular Hindi song, "Hum honge kamyab ek din." That "Hum honge kamyab ek din" should be your mool mantra. When you follow that, there is no other power in the world, in the universe, who can stop you. There is no other authority, there is no other professional, there is no other competitor of yours who can block you, because everybody has his own space. You should have a healthy competition among your batchmates, among your seniors, but you should never be jealous when you see success of others. That should be the motivation. That should not be the reason of jealousy. When you get motivated, you will be feeling happy that yes, my other friend has done, I will also do it. You can take the mantra from them, you can take the key of success from them, and you can try using that. If that is not appropriate for you, try something else. But in my opinion, we all have to work hard ultimately, and assuming that in the legal profession, there is no other profession can be mixed. Whatever you are doing, do with whole heart. Never do anything half-heartedly or with semi-effort, or maybe sometimes you think that, yes, I can do 3, 4 things together. Like I know one senior advocate who was junior of 5 senior advocates at the same time, because all those senior advocates are having lesser works and they all were paying half of the salary, so he could make it into 5. So he started earning at least double of the income during the lockdown because of his capacity to arrange the work and actually meeting the senior advocates. He started giving 3, 4 hours to everyone, and he said, "Sir, I am working from home. You give me work, I will finish it." So seniors started giving him work, and he used to finish that on time. So in place of getting actually the full salary, he started getting half salary from each one of them, and 5 seniors they had engaged him. Now he is independent. Even this pandemic effect is not over, but he is independent. He is making almost 2.5 times more than what he used to get earlier. So we all have that kind of capacity. This your law firm and your this organization has given a very good stage for the younger members who actually are suffering something, are suffering with some problem. Many of the lawyers have lost their parents because of pandemic. We also have lost many of our members, many senior members. We have never even imagined that this person will not be available with us to share the stage in next 1 year. Many of them passed away, but that is ultimately the will and wish of the Almighty. And I think that those good people were required more there. That's why Almighty has taken them from us. But at the same time, whenever you start thinking those hardships, their families are suffering, because we also used to provide some financial help to each one of the member who has passed away and their families. That was not too much, up to only 5 lakhs, but we realized that few families who were actually suffering, they declined that help. They said, "Sir, we are not going to apply for this help." I said, "But why? This is for you. You are our father was our member. Sir, we can do. We can. My father never took any help from anyone. We will also not take any help from anyone." And I extend my full support to them. As far as this younger generation is concerned, you all are connected here with us. I can say only one thing, that in this profession, it was a taboo to join. When you start pursuing law, many of them, they used to think that you don't have other option, and that's why you have selected this profession. Many of the close relatives and all, they start thinking that his son or your parents may face some just to disclose that you are pursuing law. Nowadays, this part is over. Nowadays, when you are declared that, yes, I am going to pursue law, they are start looking at you with some more expectation. You are going to serve the society, you are going to pursue the route of justice, you are going to achieve something very big, and they see your efforts with sky and having that limit. You may become up to CGI. I don't know. One of you may become one day CGI. One of you may be senior advocate. One of you may be working with us in Supreme Court bar. Some of you may actually achieve some other routes. Some of you may become very top corporate lawyers. I don't know who is going to achieve what. But whoever is working in that direction, they will achieve that only. If you are going to Kanpur, you can't go to Jabalpur. So you have to decide in which district you want to travel and where you want to travel. If you want to travel in corporate sector, start working there. Start focusing on NCLT, NCLAT, and these TV sets and all. If you want to focus completely on litigation, start working in district courts, high courts, and then Supreme Court. See the fate of litigations. And if you want to work for the banking sectors, the DRT, DRAT, and similar other litigations. If you want to work for environment, NGT, and similarly other situated matters, other benches and other work, other things. Nowadays, the concept of global lawyer is there. No lawyer of a particular court. If you are expert of one area, you are expert this entire globe. If you go to the UK, if you go to the US, hardly you have to get one certificate which you can qualify in a very short period of time, and then you can start practicing there. Any of the attorneys there, you take it from me, in the US and UK, I have interacted with them. They are lesser than for these young lawyers. You people are much, much better than them. Many of them. I don't say that everybody is, you are better than everyone. But the population, the is more there. And if you compare with them to institutions here, you will find that many of our young lawyers are better than them and they can survive. That is the reason that earlier, when you go for a visa and that, yes, I want visa of the US, they used to say that you are having good work here. It means they feel that you may go and eat to their works there. You may eat their opportunities. But now at least this profession has created that kind of respect, that kind of identity, that if once you disclose that I am practicing lawyer, practicing here in such court, they will see you with respect. So now our responsibility is that we have to keep our esteem high. We have to focus on something which do not demotivate us, because these 2 years were actually bad. This hardship you all have faced, and we have also suffered with that, because we are meeting every day with someone who actually share his story of a pandemic, and that is not very exciting. That is not very encouraging. Some of them, they share good stories. Some of them, they share that yes, that was bad time, but now the good time has come. But you take it from me, every fall has rise, and every rise has fall. When you are actually coming down, you know that you can go up, and it's 100% sure. If you have actually started walking in a direction, you are bound to reach there. So maintain your health, maintain your esteem, and have the blessing of your elders, teachers, professors, and your seniors. At the same time, you should never make your colleagues jealous. They should be actually friendly with you. They should never feel that this man is not going to give us opportunity, because everybody has opportunity. And this in the universe, everyone has his own share. Like there are too many birds come on a tree, they all have targeted one fruit and they all take it. You can't say that there is only one fruit, because one bird has gone on that fruit, you started hitting the bird, and then others bird will also be killed by the hunters. So it's better to focus on your goal. Don't focus on the goal of others. Whatever you have decided, you focus on that and you will achieve the success. I always say, and I request you all, that if anyone has any problem in the career, I am always open to it. Even Rohit Pandey is also open to it. You all can come, share with us. You can share with our website, Supreme Court Bar website, and you can request that I want to do this in such and such job. I have this kind of capacity. You can email your CV there. You can share the CVs with us, and 100% we are there to help you out. We all have chose to be in the bar so that we all can help you, and everybody is there. I am really very happy with this organization that you all have actually organized this. The both of your this Cipra and other Mr. Jain, I really thank you, both of you and your organizations, that you have organized such a wonderful program for, and especially for the hard on young lawyers. Normally, young lawyers will know class. We all know that. This all the or I am suffering with something, any of them will come forward to help us. But you all sometimes do not get that kind of support, that kind of encouragement, but you take it. You all know how to make the way. Even if you actually seek some guidance or you suffer some, I'm there. I am always with you, and other bar members of my association and my close friends, they are also there. It's really a very good step. I thank you so much for inviting me, giving me an opportunity to address and to speak with young minds, because speaking to you all are always a pleasure. And you seeing you all with a actually faces, that also gives us energy. So I am really happy to meet you all and see you all, and looking forward to meet you physically when everything is normal. For me, everything is normal. When it becomes normal, you must visit, have a cup of coffee with me, and if there is some problem, we can sort it out together. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. Those words were very motivating indeed, and exactly what we needed at this point of time. Thank you very much, sir. Now, I would request Mr. Rohit Pandey to come over. Mr. Rohit Pandey is a renowned lawyer. He has been practicing litigation since 2002 and has specialization in criminal and constitutional law. He has appeared before the Supreme Court of India, the High Court, and other adjudicating courts and tribunals. Mr. Pandey is the counsel for the state of Uttar Pradesh since 2014 and was elected as the joint treasurer of the Supreme Court Bar Association in the year 2018, and in the year 2019 elected as the Joint Secretary of Supreme Court Bar Association. Since May 2020, he has been the acting honorary secretary of the same. I feel proud to share that under his guidance and support, various law students as well as young lawyers have achieved success in their career. Now I would request Mr. Rohit Pandey to to take over and start today's session.
Thank you, Vansika.
Thank you.
And thank you so much, Pradeep sir. You have explained very well how to proceed in this field of law. Good evening, everyone. Hope you all are doing well today. And before I start with the topic, I would like to thank LegalAdobe and Law Shastra and persons leading behind it, Ms. Silpi Yadav, Nikhil Jain, Jasmine, Manik Goyal, Avilasa, Rupal, Vansika, and the member of LegalAdobe and Law Shastra are quite passionate and hardworking. And I am sure they have a bright future ahead, and we will be witness of their success. And I would also like to say a few words for my learned fellow speaker, senior advocate, श्री प्रदीप राय सर. इनके बारे में जितनी तारीफ करूं उतनी कम है. प्रदीप राय सर एक व्यक्ति नहीं है, एक व्यक्तित्व है. सर के लिए जितनी तारीफ करूं उतनी कम है. वकालत के इस सफर में इनसे मुझे बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिला. और इन्होंने हमें नहीं, जो दूर से आए हैं, जो कहीं रिमोट एरिया से आए हैं, जो हम लोग खुद भी आए हैं, उनको समझा है, देखा है. आज जो डिफिकल्टी हम लोगों के सामने आ रही है, जो आज हम इस टॉपिक के लिए बैठे हैं, आज हम एक्सप्लेन कर रहे हैं, आज हम एक दूसरे को याद दिला रहे हैं कि हमें कैसे काम करना है, उसको बहुत अच्छी तरीके से लोगों की मदद करके, मुझे लगता है कि प्रदीप सर को मैंने जब से देखा, जहां गलत होता था कोई वहां उनको सुधारा, जहां कोई सही होता था तो उन्होंने प्रशंसा की. बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिलता है सर से. वो ना एक अच्छे वकील है, बल्कि एक बहुत ही विनम्र और जिम्मेदार इंसान भी है. उन्होंने कभी अपनी कठिनाइयों से दूर नहीं भागे, किसी जरूरतमंद की मदद करने से कभी पीछे नहीं हटे. तो ऐसे हैं प्रदीप राय सर. थैंक यू सो मच सर. तो आज विषय पर हम अब बात करते हैं. एंड आई फील टू ग्लैड दैट आई हैव बीन कॉल्ड आउट टुडे टू स्पीक अपॉन द टॉपिक सर्वाइवल ऑफ यंग लॉयर्स इन टुडेज regime. Speaking of this topic, I can relate to my old days when I was merely a fresher in this field of law, and I remember dealing with all the difficulties. बहुत ही संघर्षपूर्ण दिन होते हैं ये, और यही दिन होते हैं जब कच्चे कोयले की तरह एक यंग लॉयर इस संघर्ष के दबाव में हीरे की तरह ढलता है। तो हमें घबराने की जरूरत नहीं है। जैसे प्रदीप सर ने बताया कि अभी हमें मोटिवेट होने की जरूरत है, हमें एक दूसरे को मोटिवेट करना है। हमें नेचर सपोर्ट नहीं कर रहा है, फिर भी आज हम खड़े हैं, फिर भी एक दूसरे को मदद के लिए खड़े हैं। Before moving on this topic, survival of young lawyers in today's regime, I have my own strong perception. That is, before solving the problem faced during survival in this field, we should first try to understand the problem of this field. In point of view, there are 4 problems which are, पहला है specialization, second, lack of flexibility in making a career switch, third, finances, fourth, working conditions. अब हम इन प्रॉब्लम से बात करते हैं। स्पेशलाइजेशन, यंग लॉयर्स के साथ अक्सर एक प्रॉब्लम होता है to choose the specialization in field of law. There is usually a huge confusion that what has to be the best field of practice. भटके हुए हैं। Is it civil litigation or criminal litigation or corporate litigation or working as a junior associate of some corporate law firms or joining an LPO or going towards a PSU? शुरुआती दिनों में हमेशा मन में सवाल उठता है कि मुझे दरअसल प्रैक्टिस किस फील्ड में करनी चाहिए। मेरे हिसाब से व्हाट यू आर, आप क्या हो, आप क्या हैं, ये आपको खुद असेसमेंट करना है। यू हैव टू assess yourself, then you have to proceed to where you have to go, कहां जाना है, क्या करना है। आप मुझे बताइए, जो आपको खाना पसंद होता है वही तो खाते हैं आप। खाने में जो पसंद होगा वही तो खाते हैं, जो नहीं पसंद आता आपको वो तो नहीं खाते आप। तो आपको स्पेशलाइजेशन किस में रखनी है, किस में नहीं करना, ये दूसरा नहीं बताएगा। आपको खुद असेस करना है कि वेयर वी हैव टू गो to choosing the specialization in the field of law. Second, lack of flexibility in making a career switch. ये बहुत बड़ी प्रॉब्लम होती है कि किसी और प्रैक्टिस में जाना, फिर सिविल प्रैक्टिस, क्रिमिनल प्रैक्टिस में जाना, फिर इसके बाद कहीं और स्विच करना। Once a young lawyer starts practicing in particular field of law, if they decide कि ये फील्ड उनके मन की नहीं है, उन्हें किसी और फील्ड में प्रैक्टिस करनी चाहिए, तो फील्ड बदलने के वक्त कुछ समस्याओं का सामना करना पड़ता है। When they switch their field, their expansion of the experience of the previous field does not come handy, and sometimes would be treated as a fresher in next field. Treatment as a fresher means that your experience in the other field will not be counted. Pay scale, other perks, if any, will likewise be lesser. इस प्रॉब्लम की एक सोल्यूशन ये है कि आप इसको समझिए। इसको काफी टाइम निकल जाता है ये करने में कि जब आप एक फील्ड में जाते हैं तो दूसरे फील्ड में चले जाते हैं। लॉ फर्म्स में जाते हैं, 10 साल तक वो लॉ फर्म्स में होते हैं, फिर वापस लिटिगेशन में आते हैं, फिर वो 0 हो जाता है। तो यू हैव टू डिसाइड, ये तो टाइम है, ये टाइम फिर दोबारा नहीं आता है और ना मिलेगा आपको। आज हम स्ट्रगल करते हैं, आज हम डिफिकल्टीज फेस करते हैं, उसकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी आपको लेनी है। जो आपको गाइड करने वाला है वो उस पे रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी नहीं होगी, आप पे होगी कि आप को जो गाइड करने वाला है, जो एक्सपीरियंस हम शेयर कर रहे हैं, जो एक्सपीरियंस प्रदीप सर ने एक्सपीरियंस शेयर की, ये हमारे खुद के अपने एक्सपीरियंस है, जो हमने कठिनाई, जो हमने अपने डिफिकल्टीज जो हम अब थी पहले हमारी, जो हमने खुद सॉल्व करी। हम फर्स्ट जनरेशन है अपने आप की, सेल्फ मेड लोग हैं हम लोग। हम क्यों समझाते हैं आप लोगों को बार बार, क्यों सीनियर्स जो है आपको आके गाइड करते हैं कि आपके पास टाइम है, आपके पास टेक्नोलॉजी है, आप इतने टेक्निक्स आपको पता होते हैं, आपको जो सोशल मीडिया का टाइम आ गया, यू नो द थिंग्स। अब आपको क्लाइंट की प्रॉब्लम नहीं आएगी। अब फाइनेंस पे अगर आप आते हो तो फाइनेंसेस यूजुअली मेट्रोपॉलिटन एंड बिग सिटीज लाइक दिल्ली, मुंबई, चेन्नई एक्सेट्रा, जितनी सिटीज है, आर द प्लेसेस वेयर यू आर पेड वेल फॉर द लीगल वर्क्स। और अगर आप इन बड़े शहरों में प्रैक्टिस नहीं कर रहे हैं तो थोड़ी दिक्कतों का सामना करना पड़ सकता है। They will have to work for peanuts in other places. At times, for no pay at all, especially so in the field of litigation, while living expenses are pretty high in these big cities, but the experience that young lawyers can gain in these cities is boundless. वकालत के शुरुआती दौर में पैसा कमाना एक मुश्किल काम जरूर है, पर मैं आपको बताऊं, पैसा कमाना, उससे पहले काम कमाना, काम के बाद जब आप काम करेंगे तो नाम कमाना, ये बहुत बड़ी चीज। पैसे की जो प्रॉब्लम आएगी नहीं आएगी, आप कभी भी नहीं आएगी आपको। हम सबसे पहले पैसे के पीछे भागते हैं। लेकिन पैसे के पीछे हमें नहीं जाना है, हमें अपने काम के पीछे जाना है, हमें अपनी बेस्ट सर्विस के पीछे जाना है। आप किसी के अंडर में रहते हैं तो आपको यू हैव टू प्रूव योरसेल्फ। आपकी ड्राफ्टिंग, आप मुझे बताइए कि लॉयर बनने के बाद या लॉ के टाइम पे जब आप लॉ कर रहे होते हैं कॉलेज में, यूनिवर्सिटीज में, तो उस टाइम पे क्या चीज आपके पास नहीं होती है कोर्ट में आने की? आपके पास लाइसेंस नहीं होता है, बाकी तो आपके पास सब कुछ है। आप ड्राफ्टिंग कर सकते हैं, आप अदर हाई कोर्ट से लेकर के सुप्रीम कोर्ट के और जितने भी और अदर कोर्ट्स हैं ट्रिब्यूनल्स में, वहां पे आप कोर्ट की प्रोसीडिंग समझ सकते हो। आप देखते हैं, आप ड्राफ्टिंग करते हैं, फाइलिंग करते हैं, क्लाइंट हैंडलिंग करते हैं, क्लाइंट से इंटरेक्ट करते हैं। व्हाट एल्स? सिर्फ बैंड नहीं लगा सकते आप, कोर्ट में आर्गू नहीं कर सकते आप। इतनी सी बात तो रह गई। अगर आप 5 इयर्स कोर्स करते हैं, 3 इयर्स कोर्स करते हैं, तो क्या इतनी चीज आपको, एक चीज छोड़ के आर्गुमेंट कोर्ट के अंदर, उतनी चीजें छोड़ने के बाद तो बाकी चीजें तो आपके हाथ में है। अगर आपने अपने लॉ के टाइम पे अगर इतना नहीं किया तो आप स्ट्रगल करेंगे, सर्वाइवल की प्रॉब्लम आएगी, कोई नहीं रोक पाएगा। अगर आपने टाइम रहते कर लिया तो कोई भी आपको रोक नहीं सकता। आने वाले टाइम पे, जैसे सर ने बोला कि जो आप सुन रहे हैं, यही यंग जनरेशन कल को होने वाला इस इंडिया का चीफ जस्टिस ऑफ इंडिया हो सकता है। फोर्थ है आपका वर्किंग कंडीशंस। वर्किंग कंडीशंस आर वेरी टफ फॉर यंग लॉयर्स। ये थोड़ा मैं डिफिकल्ट इसलिए मैं आपको बता रहा हूं कि they have to do maximum amount of work in the least amount of time for supporting their seniors. working hours very demanding in case they want to make some progress in their career. This is more so in the case of litigation where the timings are not fixed. एक वकील के काम करने के घंटे तय नहीं होते, कोई टाइम नहीं होता है, कोई टाइम बाउंड नहीं है. Even I sometimes spend, sir, a minimum 12 and 13 hours at my office. On some days due to workload and responsibility towards clients. हॉलीडेज हम कभी संडे की कभी जूनियर और कभी इंटर्न्स ये भी कहते हैं कि सर संडे तो ऑफ रहेगा, सैटरडे तो ऑफ रहेगा. व्हाई यू टॉकिंग लाइक दिस? हॉलीडेज आर non-existent in the field of litigation, as one has to prepare for the post-holiday cases and may get emergency matters to work on holidays. प्रैक्टिस में तो लेबर लॉ भी अप्लाई नहीं होता है. देयर इज नो पेंशन, नो ग्रेजुटी, नो पीएफ, नो हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस or any kind of allowance in the field of litigation. फिर भी हम टैक्स देते हैं, टैक्सेस पे करते हैं. हमारे पास है क्या? कुछ नहीं है. नोबल कॉज है, नोबल प्रोफेशन है, इसलिए आप हैं यहाँ पे. सो दीज वर बेसिक प्रॉब्लम्स which every litigator faces in his early stage of practice. I hope that you have built a bit of understanding about the problems and solution of young lawyer, and which I have shared with you all. मुझे उम्मीद है कि जो मैंने आपको बताया वो कुछ कैरियर में आपको मदद मिलेगी. जाते जाते बस अपनी बात को कंक्लूड करना चाहता हूं, ये बता कि आपको हमेशा एक बात दिमाग में रखनी है. सोसाइटल अंडरस्टैंडिंग इज द की टू ग्रो इन दिस एंटायर फील्ड ऑफ लॉ. जो सामाजिक ज्ञान है, सामाजिक ज्ञान ही आपकी मदद करेगा मेरे दोस्त. आपको याद होगा, अगर आप लॉ कॉलेज में आपको कभी बताया गया होगा, लॉज आर जस्ट mere set of rules which governs the entire society. कानून जो है ना, कानून सिर्फ नियम ये जो उसके ना उसका ग्रुप है, समूह है, नियमों का समूह जो पूरे समाज को नियंत्रित करता है. So thank you so much. I once again thank LegalAdobe and Law Shastra, and all the best guys for your future. And thank you. Take care. Over to Vansika.
थैंक यू वेरी मच सर. आपने सही कहा कि आज के वक्त में यंग लॉ स्टूडेंट्स के लिए स्पेशलाइजेशन एक बहुत बड़ा इशू बन चुका है. एंड आई थिंक जितने भी लोग आपको इस वक्त सुन रहे थे वो इस बात पर जरूर गौर करेंगे, क्योंकि मैंने तो बहुत किया. एंड now I would like to, before we end this session, I would like to extend a vote of thanks to Mr. Rohit Pandey for supporting the organization of this webinar. It would not have been possible without you, sir. And I would also like to thank Mr. Pradeep Rai for devoting his precious time towards the benefit of young students like me, as well as other young and aspiring lawyers. Thank you very much, both of you, for coming here, devoting your time. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Can we leave it then? Okay, thank you.
I think the network issue is there.
Thank you so much, Pradeep sir. We'll see you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
अच्छा लगा सर, आपने इतना टाइम दिया बच्चों को।
नहीं, बहुत अच्छा लगा हमें आप लोग के साथ बैठ के भी। ऐसे भी आप लोग तो खैर कमाल ही कर रहे हैं, बहुत अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं जी, और बहुत अच्छा बोले आप, बहुत अच्छे तरीके से आपने बोला। वोट ऑफ थैंक्स मैं टेक ओवर कर लेता हूँ आप सब लोगों को, इसके लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। आप लोगों ने बहुत अच्छा एक कार्यक्रम संचालित किया, और फिर हम लोग मिलते रहेंगे, आगे भी टच में रहेंगे, एक दूसरे के संपर्क में रहेंगे। और उस संपर्क का फायदा ये होता है कि आप जब संपर्क में होते हैं तो बहुत सी ऐसी बातें जो आप नॉर्मली नहीं कह सकते या आप उसको अनुभव नहीं कर सकते, उसको आप संपर्क में रहने की वजह से उसका अनुभव और उसको अग्रसर करने में मौका मिलता है। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद रोहित जी।
सर इनकी हेल्प भी कर रही है सर, ये बहुत ही ब्राइट फ्यूचर है इनका। और ये शिल्पी यादव और निखिल और मानिक वंशिका, बहुत सारे ऐसे
मुझे बोला है आपने,
हाँ,
मुझे बोला है, मैं इन दोनों को मैं मिलूंगा, अलग से मिलेंगे हम लोग।
हाँ, ये बहुत हार्ड वर्क करते हैं और इनका फ्यूचर बहुत ब्राइट है, तो इनकी हेल्प करनी होगी सर हम लोगों को, और ये इनका फ्यूचर अच्छा होगा। थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू सो मच सर।
Thank you, everyone. We would like to end the session here today, and we will not be able to have a Q&A because of prior engagements of our speakers. Thank you for joining the session today. Thank you.